बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation Forum. We have discussed the objectives of Idea Foundation and its chronic research framework in the last two introductory programs. These two programs have been placed on the Idea Foundation website, its YouTube channel, and Facebook as well. You are requested to watch these programs to build a permanent partnership with the foundation for serving a noble cause. IDEA stands for Islamic Developmental Education for Advancement. In fact, it's a movement for peace, prosperity, and freedom through Quranic principles. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in the introductory programs, the Quranic research has been divided in more than 40 areas, which have been further subdivided into research topics. So far, about 700 research topics are available on our website. This number will keep on increasing with the passage of time. We will, inshallah, share with you on each of these topics one by one. First, each topic will be introduced by me. The objectives will be explained in the light of Quranic references and other related information. Then, at later stage, these topics will be discussed in the panels of scholars, keeping in view their expertise in the related discipline and area. Suppose the topic is related to physics. It will be discussed in the panel of scholars of physics. Friends, the name of the serial program we are starting today is Allah, Quran and Insan. In English, Insan means human. The first part of this serial program is the man's creation and its purpose. Under this area of research, there are about 25 research topics. The first topic that I would like to introduce to this most respected audience is the stages of man's creation. For future reference, its code is IDEA 1A R1. This code number will facilitate in locating this topic from our record. Dear friends, study of the Quran reveals that man's creation was accomplished in three stages. Look at the table. First was the pre-corporal stage, when the creation of the man was just a concept. Second was the corporal stage, when a body of the man was materialized. And third was the stage when the human body was blessed with the soul. Now we will discuss these stages one by one. In the first stage, Allah envisioned a personality of the man. Creation of the man was just thought about, and idea of the man was shared with other stakeholders. Who were other stakeholders? They were the angels and jinns. Allah told them that He was going to appoint the man his vicegerent on the earth. Surah Baqarah tells it as وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. When your Lord said to the angels, indeed, I will make upon the earth a successive authority. Then Surah Al-Hijr reveals it like this: وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي خَالِقٌ بَشَرًا. بَشَرًا مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ. Your Lord said to the angels, I will create a human being out of clay from an ardent black mud. Let us stop here and think. When Allah chose the status of vicegerent for the man, what was the Allah's intention? why he chose the man for this great placement. What was the role that Allah intended to assign to the man? A detailed discussion on these points will be made in the next program. The Quranic references that highlight the pre-corporal stage are given in table on the screen. These references are also available on the Idea Foundation web page. Dear friends, then at the second stage, the man was honored with a khalq. A physical creation was carried out. A body of clay was made, a statue was erected. A man could be seen now. Objections were raised by the angels and jinns. The man was equipped with knowledge, derivative knowledge, conceptual knowledge, cognitive knowledge, which could justify the status which was being given to the man. Surah Baqarah tells the reservations of the angels and the reply given by Allah the Almighty. قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون. They said, who said? Angels and jinn. Will you place upon it one who causes corruption therein and sheds blood? It was said about man. While we, I mean jinns and angels, while we declare your praise and sanctify you, Allah said, indeed, I know that which you do not know. So their intervention was rejected. Surah Baqarah further tells that Allah told some names, some concepts to the man and the angels as well. The angel said, we know only what we are told. It means they didn't have knowledge to derive concepts from the knowledge they had. They had not been given conceptual knowledge and creative intellect that the man was being given. Thus, they failed in their assertion of superiority on the ground of knowledge that the man was given, but the angels were not. Let us see the ayat 31 and 32 of Surah Baqarah. وَأَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ أَرَزَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. And he taught Adam the names, all of them. Then he showed them to the angels and said, inform me of the names of these if you are trustful. You know what was the reply? Reply, let me quote the ayat. قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. They said, exalted are you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Indeed, it is you who is the knowing, the wise. Allah asked the same question from the man and he responded to Allah to his expectations, which was appreciated by Allah. Let us have a look on ayat 33 of Surah Baqarah. قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم فلما أنبأهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون. He said, O Adam, inform them of their names. And when he had informed them of their names, he said, Allah said, did I not tell you that I know the unseen aspects of the heavens and the earth, and I know what you reveal and what you conceal? The Quranic references that highlight the corporal state are given in the table. These references are also available on the Idea Foundation webpage for your convenience of reference in future. So, dear friends, then the creation moves to the third stage. First stage was pre-corporal, the second was corporal. Now man has been created bodily. Now what happens next? Then the creation moves to the third stage. The man is given another dimension of creation, which is named Khalqan Akhara. Now the man was imbued with Allah's Amr, direction. His directing force, his own created spirit, a guiding soul. It was a distinctive honor given to the man. Allah calls it his own affair. This is Amr Rabbi, which has been revealed in Surah Al-Isra. Just listen. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ. They ask, what is ruh? What is spirit? قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Let me translate it. And they ask you, O Muhammad, about the soul. Say, the soul is of the affair of my Lord, and mankind has not been given of knowledge except a little. In ayat 14 of Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah Himself pronounces induction of the Spirit as another creation. Listen. ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ عَلَقَةً فَخَلَقْنَا الْعَلَقَةَ مُضْغَةً فَخَلَقْنَا الْمُضْغَةَ عِظَامًا فَكَسَوْنَا الْعِظَامَ لَحْمًا ثُمَّ أَنشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. I will repeat a small sentence. ثُمَّ أَنشَأْنَاهُ خَلْقًا آخَرَ. It is the second dimension of creation of man. Now let me translate it. Then we made the sperm drop into a clinging clot, and we made the clot into a lump of flesh, and we made from the lump bones, and we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him into another creation. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators. Dear friends, this divine spirit is a reproaching self as well. It is conscience of the man that reproaches him when he commits an evil. It holds criteria of justice and balance for the man. With this, the man was blessed with the free personality, the right to choose. The man was made the crown of creation, pride of the creation. Is there any other creature who can claim such a glorious position? Answer is absolutely no. Significance of the Spirit for us reaches to its great heights. When Allah says, our success in life here and salvation in the hereafter is obliged to our treatment of the Spirit. The man was honored with free will, holding a right to choose from good and evil. Then the day of judgment is the logical and definite outcome. Allah says in ayat 7 to 9 of Surah Ash-Shams, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Translation is, and by the soul he proportioned and balanced it, then inspired it with conscience of what is wrong for it and what is right for it. He has succeeded. Now give attention. He was succeeded who purifies it, and he fails that corrupts it. Let us see the Quranic reference that highlight the third stage of the man's creation in the table. These Quranic references are also available at the Idea Foundation webpage, which you may consult at some later stage for higher investigation on this subject or whenever you feel like. Dear friends, from the discussion made so far, the proceedings held during the three stages have been summarized in a table which will provide basis for evolving the purpose of man's creation. Let us have a look on it. There are three stages mentioned on the left column. We start from the pre-corporal. Number one, man was appointed vicegerent. Then we enter in the corporal stage. Number two, angels objected but submitted. Their status was reserved. Number three, Iblis denied Allah's orders. What was the outcome? He was declared haughty, disbeliever, and enemy of Allah. Then number four, superiority lies in the obedience to the will of Allah, not the matter someone is made of. Number five, conceptual knowledge was blessed to man to give him distinction over other creatures. Number six, Allah proclaimed that His servants will not cause disorder or bloodshed on the earth. Now, when the creation entered in the third phase, some more dimensions, more episodes developed. So, number seven, spirit is the Allah's affair, a special and exclusive element, a very special and exclusive element instilled in the man to give him distinction over other creatures. Number eight is spirit brought forth man of yet another make. It is an added dimension of humanity, the pride of a special relation to his creator. Number nine, it is the reproaching spirit which reproaches the man when he commits evil. Thus the man was made conscious of good and evil, order and disorder, justice and injustice in his affairs of the world. Number 10 is, if he will purify his spirit by good deeds, he will succeed. If he will corrupt his spirit by evil deeds, he will be a loser. We observe through the Quranic references that the man's creation went through three stages. Knowledge and spirit were the two exclusive gifts blessed to the man to accord him a free personality worthy of the vicegerent. Now, two very powerful faculties were given. One is knowledge, the other is spirit. And what was the purpose? There were two purposes. Man was being appointed as the vicegerent and he was being given the free personality. When the Quran describes the spirit or ego in the words, and they ask thee of the soul, say, the soul proceeds from my Lord's Amr, command, but of knowledge only a little to you is given. It makes a very clear distinction between the two phenomena of human personality. Material being and spiritual being. Remember, this is the two aspects, two dimensions of human personality. One is material being and the other is spiritual being. When Allah says, He then brought forth man of yet another make, it becomes vitally significant to understand the reality of man's spiritual being. Yet another way is the Amr, direction, or Allah's spirit enshrined in the human body. It is how the ego or Allah's spirit does emerge within the special temporal order, this world. Surah Sajda beautifully summarizes the whole nature of man in the words. Allah perfected everything which He created and began the creation of man from clay. Then He made his posterity out of the extract of a liquid distinct. Then He proportioned him and breathed into him from his created soul and made for you hearing and vision and hearts. Little are you grateful. This process does not merely imply the life because of which a living thing moves, but three things: a physical body, a spiritual body inside, and a personality of free will with senses, vision, and heart. So, Surah As-Sajda has revealed another divine reality in a very, very delicate manner. Just ponder, just contemplate on this point. Before the mention of breathing into him of his spirit, man has been called in the third person. He created him, spread his progeny, and shaped him. Man was not even worthy of being addressed directly. When the Spirit had been breathed into him, he became worthy of the honor. He gets identity of his own. And it was said, He gave you the ears as symbol of senses, the eyes as symbol of mind, and gave you the heart as mention of the Spirit. Thus, having been blessed with the Spirit, man became worthy of being addressed. So, dear friends, it is important to understand the three stages of the man's creation because the purpose of the man's creation also evolved with these stages. It was also important to know Iblis' confrontation on the man's creation and giving him the status of the vicegerent. It will provide the perspective for our future discussions. In the next sitting, we will see how the purpose of the man's creation emerged. This program has also been recorded in Urdu. If you feel like its Urdu version, it will also be available on the Idea Foundation web, its YouTube channel and Facebook. Besides that, its written version can also be read on the Idea Foundation web page. For all that, please remember its Idea code, which is Idea 1A R1 for easy access. Let us finish today's discussion praying Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasanatan wa Fil Akhirati Hasanatan wa Qina Azaban Nar. O Lord, give us in this world that which is good, and in the hereafter that which is good, and protect us from the punishment of the fire. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep permanent partnership with us on our website and web channels so that you and we together can continue this noble cause. Thank you very much, friends, for your participation and for your attention.